feedback is not about what you say. It's about how it lands in the other person's experience. And that's anything. It's not even just feedback. That's like instructions as well. Right. And so like my wife says to me, like when I get an idea and I start giving people instructions, I get very focused and I get very direct. And I'm like, do this, do this, do this, do this. Right. For me, what helps is if I write it in an email, because then I can make it like, yes, prescriptive enough, but not ambiguous in a sense that the other person reading it is going to be like, well, I'm not sure what Rob wants. Right. And that's the thing, right? Is another type of destructive leader is what's called a messy boss. And so this would be somebody who's bad at structuring and planning. They're bad at processes. They're bad at giving instructions. And so it'd be like, hey, Joel, can you go and create me, a plan for 6G internet?
Yeah, I'll call Kyle. Kyle's my buddy. He worked on 3G. And we'll get it going.
Yeah. And so it's like, that's super unclear. I didn't give you a deadline. I didn't give you resources.
That's my love language. That is, if you just tell me outcome, you're like, here's outcome. I'll come back to you and ask like those more specific questions. But yeah, I found out real early on in my career that like I am outcome oriented.
Yeah. And so it works for you, right? Other folks, they would go, oh no, right? And maybe they wouldn't feel comfortable asking those questions. And like, I know you watched the TED, that's literally what I recommend. Is like, if you get an instruction like that, put together some version of what questions you need answered and then go ask your boss these questions, right? Now, if I said to you, Joel, can you do a podcast can you do a podcast for me? You're already an expert. Yeah. So it's not like I need to tell you much more than that. Maybe I need to give you a deadline. Maybe it's like, hey, I would like it on this kind of topic, but it's like you can run.